Welcome back to the Crack the Code podcast. Today we've got Dr. Erin Foley with us, and she is a functional medicine practitioner, certified health coach, chiropractor, and creator of Vibrant Healthy Women programs. She's also a speaker and author. She helps women from their 30s to their 70s balance their hormones naturally, helping women with energy, sleep, weight, metabolism, mood, and mental clarity, gut and digestion, hormones, hot flashes, PMS, and helping women of all ages create vibrant health. So welcome, Dr. Foley.
Well, thank you, Cora. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's amazing how many different things you have going there. That's a lot of schooling you've done and educating to get on top of all these items that we need to learn about as we age.
Yes, I've had a long career, and it's always evolving, and I'm always wanting to learn something new to help women, and just it's a big toolbox that I have now.
Yeah. And I know you've had to do some pivoting, as many people have after COVID and learning how to create your business in different ways. And I know one of the things that you've been doing is offering master classes to women with all kinds of different topics, and it's online, which is great. So maybe you can give us some ideas of what kinds of things you offer for if people want to join you.
Well, so yeah, I always envision just reaching more women, and it's hard to do that when you are pre-COVID. We were all in person, and I did in-person talks, but now I do free master classes, and I get women from all over the world coming on my classes, and it really is about women's health and hormones. So there's so many topics. And what I've done is I have 11 free master classes I've done. I started them in June of 2021. And really, I have, out of those 11, nine of them I have guest experts. And we talk just like this. We'd have
Mhm.
a discussion about a topic. And so, just like an example, I have one woman who we talked about the magic of menopause.
Mm.
And
I don't know if many people would say it was magic.
and so, I bring in the whole physical hormonal part, but she
Yeah.
brought in the whole mindset. And, because we're really taught as women that menopause, well, okay, so menopause is not a disease to be treated,
Mhm.
but that's how we're kind of, we're talked about. Like if you see commercials from the drug companies and all the stuff, it's like, it's, you have the power to have really good health at any age. So that's what we were talking about in that one, is that it's, what you can do hormonally and what you can do mindset and how we can shift our mindset.
Yeah. And I think that's really important because I think most of us are kind of brought up to think it's a bad thing. Nobody's looking forward to it, especially, with the hormonal issues, hot flashes, sleeping issues, and we don't really have a lot of education. Our mothers didn't really have anything to, no one taught them anything. And so they haven't had anything, any wisdom to pass down to us. And we're kind of, mucking our way through it.
Yeah, we are pretty much the generation of the you know when I had my own hormonal issues, it was like we didn't have any of these issues. So this is the reason I went into functional medicine, is because it took me a long time to figure things out, doing my own journey, being a healthcare provider. So that was the frustration there. So now I feel like I can streamline this for women. And it's like, okay, we know so much now, and functional medicine is so much in the forefront now, that it doesn't have to take you years to figure out your health. It should not have to take you years to figure out your
Mm.
health problems. So the point of like my master classes is like topics. I've done everything from emotional eating to hormone, weight, and gut health connection, um, navigating perimenopause. So just all the things. And so there may be some topics that speak to different women at different ages. So
Yes. And another one with the menopausal thing is the weight and the change in our metabolism. We're not even really sure how to eat anymore because whatever we used to do is not working.
absolutely, absolutely. And that's, yeah, I do have a class called the hormone, weight, and gut connection, because
Mm.
in my work, what I do hormone testing. So we're finding out what all the details are, like inflammation, adrenal fatigue, blood sugar problems, which make it and thyroid, which make it really hard to lose the weight. So we have to go on healing our metabolism first, healing our gut health first, and then the weight loss can follow. Um, so yeah, so that was a really great topic there.
Now, that's interesting how that's so connected, because a lot of people might not know that there's that connection between the gut health and everything else. I think it's becoming a little more mainstream now than it used to be. And, you hear more about people that do functional medicine. Maybe you can just give us a little quick synopsis on what is functional medicine for the listeners that haven't heard of that before.
Okay, well, functional medicine is basically we're looking for the root cause. When you go to your Western medicine doctor, it's like, here's a pill, it's a Band-Aid. But we want to know, like, if you're having digestive issues, if you're having fatigue, if you're having insomnia, what's the real underlying issue? Because what we look at is, my specialty is looking at hormones such as your adrenal cortisol, your fight or flight stress hormones, your blood sugar hormones, your thyroid. Do you have inflammation? So once we know all of this, we can make changes with the nutrition, supplements, diet, lifestyle. Now, as a chiropractor, that's what I'm licensed as. I don't prescribe medication, but you can do functional medicine if you're a naturopath, if you're an acupuncturist. I mean, it's all about our training. And there are medical doctors out there who do functional medicine as well. So it's not like a specific profession, but it's about getting to the root cause and finding out. And really, I look at it as stop guessing. So many women are out there. I mean, we all do this, right? We're on Google, we're on the internet, we're looking at everything. And I mean, one problem, you can have like 20 different solutions, and then you're more confused than ever. You don't know what to do. Then you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, without having that definitive answer, like, this is what it is.
Yeah. And it's so important to find the root cause of things. We don't, like you say, you go to the regular medical doctors, they don't have the time to really delve into things. So they're just trying to make you feel better on the surface in a way. So it's nice to get to the root of things. So what do you think are the most common things that people come to you with what kinds of issues? What's sort of the top 2 or 3?
Oh. Well, that's an easy question to answer, because so I see women generally between mid-30s all the way up to I have a new patient who's 78. So it is not about hot flashes and PMS. That's like the little cherry on the top. What it's really about is energy, weight, sleep, and mood. Those are the big 4. Usually, and the big 2 are, they're tired, they have low energy, exhausted, and they're gaining weight and they can't get it off, and no matter what they try. So those are really the big 2. And then we dive into the rest of it, and it's like, well, if you're not sleeping well, that inhibits weight loss. Also creates a cycle of no sleep, no energy, stress eating, weight gain, and then you're in this cycle of stress. So it usually has something to do around that.
Yeah. And sleep is so important. I know a couple of years ago, I finally got diagnosed with sleep apnea, and I've struggled with sleep for years and years. Wrote it off to, having kids, being busy, And then later started snoring. My husband's like, okay, something's got to change here. And it just happened that one of my neighbors works at a sleep clinic, and she helped me with some of that. But I think with sleeping, people write it off as it's just part of life and that there isn't something they can do about it. And if we don't get the rest, nothing else is going to heal.
Well, absolutely. Sleep is one of the most important things in our health. And if you have you're in menopause and you have low estrogen, it can really disrupt your sleep. If you have high cortisol, which is one of your stress hormones, that can really stress your sleep. Well, if you have stress, high cortisol, it can cause you to be tired but wired, and you can't sleep. So,
so many things. Yeah, so many things. And then, all rather getting off our phones and all that kind of stuff. Well, taking some time off. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that today, Erin. And maybe we can let people know how they can get involved if they want to check out some of your master classes, because it sounds like you have some really great topics that I'm sure a lot of the listeners would like to hear more about.
Yes, they are all free. And you can go to my website. It's vibranthealthywoman.com. And at the top, you'll see the tag that says classes, and then you click that. There's a drop down bar. You'll see all the classes, and you need to register for each class, but it's all free.
Awesome.
And then you'll have instant access, and you can watch them anytime.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So make sure you check that out, everybody. I'm going to go on there and see what's coming up. And just know that, don't just write things off. If you feel like something is off because you know your body better than anybody else, you have to look after it yourself. So take the time to research and get out there and find some options if you're not getting the answers that you want. And just remember, it's never too late.